Hello everyone, it's Frances. Thank you for joining this practice today. We will be starting our day seated in a beautiful meditation to help us connect with our body. Not only with what we can see and what we can feel, but also connecting with the inner parts of ourselves that we know that's there, we know that it functions, it's working all by itself. But I just wanted to share a practice that I do regularly to help me remember to be grateful for all of the things that I can't see and I can't necessarily directly affect, but I know is doing its job, keeping me alive, keeping me healthy. And so that's the essence of today's practice. We're going to be starting the day. It's morning here. We're next to the Rhone River in southwestern part of Switzerland. And before we begin practice of stillness, if you are seated cross-legged or just sitting on a chair with both soles of the feet flat on the ground, then let's just do a little bit of movement to help us settle into ourselves before we come into that space of stillness. So when you're ready, grounding both sitting bones into the surface beneath you, we're just going to inhale both arms, reach up towards the sky. The eyes can be open or closed. I'm going to guide and talk us throughout all of the movement here. So just reach the fingertips up, maybe look up. Exhale, brings the arms down. Okay, so we're going to inhale, open the arms nice and wide, arch the back, bring the sternum forward as the chin lifts. Feeling that spaciousness between the arms, the hands. Next to exhale, we curl into ourselves, giving us, as chin comes close to the chest, let's just sway side to side here. The fingers may be holding onto the backs of the shoulder blades or on top of the shoulders. Or the upper arms. We just want to feel into the nooks and crannies right now of this upper chest and upper back area. Swaying the spine side to side. Letting the head relax, following through the movement initiated by the lower part of the spine. Coming to center, we reopen the arms, arch the back, chest opens, fingers are active. Exhale, we embrace with the other arm on top this time, opposite arm. Or if you have a particularly tighter side, you can just come back to that side. Up to you. And again, we're just swaying side to side here. You might want to open and close the arms again. But already this subtle gesture of opening up the arms to receive the day and giving ourselves an embrace, I think is already a beautiful start. Okay, opening the arms. Deep inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, we're just going to bring the arms forward here. The backs of the palms swoop towards the midline as you round the back. Inhale opens the chest, flipping the palms to face forward. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, we open. Exhale, coming back into ourselves. This is a beautiful way to just check in with our breath pattern this morning. Moving with your own breath. In and out through the nostrils. Opening the arms. Hands come to the knees. Let's just, if you're sitting down cross-legged, I'm just going to suggest that you recross your legs with the opposite leg in front this time, just to change it up, especially if we normally come into the habit of putting the same leg in front. So to make sure we're giving the other hip just as much of a chance to feel relaxed and to soften. Okay. Becoming aware of your spine now, starting from the base of the body, your tailbone. Just press down through your sitting bones to allow yourself to come a little bit taller as the crown of your head reaches a little bit more higher towards the sky. Shoulders drop down away from the ears. Hands just placed comfortably wherever they'd like to on your lap. We're going to be working with our hands today, as well as our muscle of perception, of visualization. So we're going to work with visualization plus sensation as to where our hands are to really be able to focus in on certain parts of our body today. So let's start from the base of the body. Start by placing your hand just in the folds of your thigh. So where your upper legs meet the pelvis, this upper crease here of your legs. So it doesn't matter if you're sitting down on a chair or on the floor. Just placing the hands in that area. Let them rest. So I'm going to give us some options here. This is option number 1. Option number 2 is to place one hand on your pubic bone and one hand below your lower back. So more down towards the tip of your tailbone, below your sacrum. So just try both hand gestures and see what feels more resonant with you today. Eyes are closed. And here we just pay attention, bring our attention to the base of our body, where our own seat meets the surface. Visualizing a bright red color, deep, deep, iron-rich blood red. Glowing, emanating from this lower parts of our body, so from where our hands are, down all the way to the feet. Just visualizing this bright, glowing red light. Putting all of our attention, all of our focus where our hands are. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face. Just acknowledging the many moving parts that live within this area and the base of our body that help us connect with the earth, that help us move from one place to another, that helps us stand upright, stand tall, walking, playing, dancing in the world. Connect with this part of your body and check in to see how it's physically feeling today. Your feet, your ankles, your legs, lower parts of the pelvis, and your tailbone, this base of the spine. All radiating a rich red light. Moving on, placing both hands now on the hips. Just hold on to both sides of the hips here. Letting the chest, the belly relax, keeping the spine tall. Imagining a beautiful orange-colored light radiating from this area here. So option 1 is hands on the hips. So option number 2 is placing one hand below the belly button, between the pubic bone and belly button. The other hand is now on the lower back. And just acknowledging all the moving parts, the precious parts in your body that live within this area here of this lower part of the abdominals and pelvis, lower back region, where so much movement happens. And so we've moved from the element of earth, which encompasses the base of our body, stabilizing us, grounding us into the present moment with our material needs, survival needs. Now we come to this place above in this lower spinal area between the hips, between belly button and pubic bone, where we have all of the organs of reproduction. We have organs of excretion and elimination here. So above the red light, we have this beautiful bright orange light. You might want to feel the warmth of that light between your hands. And just as I'm surrounded, we are surrounded by the Rhone River. This area of the body also is represented by the element of water. Nature of constant movement, of flow, of playfulness, of creativity. And so let's connect to these organs. Everything that is housed here between our hands. Just acknowledging, thanking all of their functions and processes that help us release, to help us let go, in order to create and birth and feel into the pleasure of life, into the pleasure of our bodies, sharing that pleasure with everything around us. Moving the hands now to the sides of the waist here, or one hand just above the belly button, one hand on that lower middle back. Where your hands are, imagine there is a bright golden light, yellow light emanating, radiating in this center part of the body. Breathing into both hands, relaxing the face, the shoulders. And within the space between your hands lies the area of personal willpower, where the fire of digestion truly gets to work here with the functions of the organs of the stomach, the liver, gallbladder, pancreas. And if your hand is on the back part of your body, your hand here is really resting near your kidneys, your adrenals. Very potent hormonal digestive functions take place in this center part of the body. Let's just give gratitude to all of these organs and functions that help us to digest not only the food that we eat, to absorb, to assimilate, to move on to the excretionary process. But let's also give gratitude to the parts of our body that help us to digest life. Acknowledging the communication, that these parts of our body signal to us when something doesn't feel right, something is hard to hear or hard to listen to or hard to digest. Parts of us where we really get to contain our personal power of our own wills, our inner fire. So let's visualize within this golden light that digestive heat, almost like a cooking pot within this region. The stronger the fire is, the better it is we get to metabolize everything that we consume. Placing the hands now on either sides of the rib cage, or one hand in the middle of the chest space and then the other hand in the middle of the shoulder blades, or just the fingertips. Or you can just place both hands on your chest. Imagine an emerald green or a forest green emanating from this part of your chest all the way around to the back of the body, between your shoulder blades, your arms. Feel into the rise and fall, the expansion and contraction. Acknowledging the vital organs of the lungs and the heart. And all of its automatic functions that it does, that they do. Giving gratitude to this part of our body that allows us to feel the effects of life. Allows us to let life touch us. Housing not only the heart and the lungs, but this area, especially underneath our palms, houses the hormonal gland of the thymus, responsible for our immune system, a butterfly-shaped organ. Which decreases size over time, so let's bring a little bit of stimulation by rubbing the base of our palms into this middle center of our sternum. As we slowly breathe, staying in this container of light that you're connecting to, the red at the base of your body from the feet to your lower pelvis, your tailbone, upon which that upon which that orange radiating light stacked upon it, followed by the golden yellow light. This heat, this stimulation, circulation of this part of the body, helping to grow the strength of that shade of green that lives here. It's radiating from your very body, your being. And slowing it down. And now we place one hand on the base of our neck. You can place one hand on the back of the shoulder here. Relaxing the face, relax the jaw, soften the belly, keeping the spine tall, effortlessly. Connect with a blue colored light radiating from the space between the shoulders and mouth and ears. This space houses such important hormonal glands such as the thyroid, the parathyroid, responsible for our metabolism, our temperature. Also speaks to our hormonal secretions. All of the endocrine glands do. Wherever your hand is, notice the parts, the sensitive area, tender areas of the neck, the mouth, and the ears. Tune into their receptivity to be able to listen, but also to be able to communicate. And this part of the neck here really helps to join not only physically, but energetically, joining the area of the head with the area of the heart space, the body. And so give gratitude to our ability to listen to the external world, but also to our inner world. Listen to that inner voice. It's just as balanced, just as strong, just as discerning as the words that we communicate to ourselves and to the world around us. Tuning into the sensations of your hands, wherever they may be right now, just radiating that blue light, that warmth of gratitude into this part of the body. And placing your hands now, one on the forehead, one on the back of the head. Or placing one hand on the top of the crown of the head, the other hand on the forehead. And sensing this beautiful indigo colored light just radiating from this part of your head. Imagine that light penetrating or moving from beneath the eyes, from the center of your very head. And let's just bring some gratitude to our brain, our eyes, but also to two very special hormonal glands that live here, really the master glands of the pineal and pituitary gland, from the crown of the head to deep within the layers of the mid-center of our head space, responsible of our metabolism to receive, to assimilate the effects of the sunlight, the sound, the sights. Influencing sleep, our dreams, our ability to open and connect with what's around us and what's inside of us. Connecting to our eyesight, let's just give gratitude for the gift of sight. It helps us to see the beauty of life, of others. Also to be able to discern what is real, what is unreal. For our ability to be able to have not only a cognitive function, but an intuitive function as we acknowledge both hemispheres of the brain, the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere, each responsible for different parts of this human experience of logic, practicality, problem solving, a more creative, abstract, emotional, intelligent parts of ourselves that can connect with the world beyond words, beyond formulas, from an inner knowing, an inner sensing. If your eyes are closed, keep them closed. Let's bring the hands down to the knees, gesture. However you wish, palms facing up. Helping to receive, maybe helping to emanate the entire rainbow of colors that you've just connected to within you. Visualizing that red light that turns to orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo to violet, the crown of the head. Giving yourself a gentle smile for connecting with not only your physical body, parts you can feel, parts you can sense, smiling to yourself. So you've connected to the more deeper layers, more invisible layers, very potent, subtle layers of the glands and the energy centers that also compose this beautiful temple of experience inside our bodies. Bring hands to heart center, keeping the eyes closed, bowing down the head. It's the invitation to check in with yourself with how you're feeling with your practice today. Maybe you might not want to think about anything. You've just created this beautiful bubble of colors for yourself. And please stay there, stay there. Otherwise, another option is to check in and see if there's any color or body part or body area where you felt more connected to. Or maybe was there an area you didn't feel so easy to feel into or visualize. Please slow down the reaction to judging the practice, judging how connected you are. Instead, maybe see this as an opportunity to strengthen our relationship to a specific color or a specific area or part of our body that we may want to strengthen our intimacy, our relationship with. And if that is so, then I invite you to bring an intention for the rest of your day that includes somehow the action of strengthening or expressing that part of your body through color, through movements, through awareness, a little bit more than what you're used to doing. Playing with the material gifts of clothes to help express a part of ourselves, to celebrate ourselves, to encourage ourselves. You may want to explore different foods within that color. Infinite possibilities and opportunities. As always, let's finish the practice by giving gratitude for the efforts of time and space given to connect with ourselves that little bit more. so that we can continue our practice more gracefully off the mat and into the world, into our lives. I'll see you next time. Thank you.